And what's going on, everybody? Remy here from the Real Deal Plays, and welcome back to some more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. The last time we left off, we did our investigation in order to not only gain evidence for a retrial of the trial of Mukuro Ikusaba, but also to collect evidence in order to solve the mysteries that lie dormant within Hope's Peak Academy for one final battle between Hope and Despair, in which if we could solve all the mysteries, we defeat the mastermind. But if we fail, well, it's been a good run. Anyways, I said it at the end of my last video, and I will say it again with this one. This is, without a doubt, the longest and most important class trial in the entire series of this game. Okay, that probably made no sense the way I phrased that. All right, long story short, it's the last class trial. All right, depending on how long this becomes, this will either become this. Depending on how long this is, I might be able to work it to be a 2-part like I usually do with the class trials, or this might be 3 parts because I have no intention on making this any longer than it needs to be. So, with that being said, sit down, have a seat, get comfortable, baby, because trust me, I don't think you want to miss anything that's coming up with the final battle between Hope and Despair. So, to the ominous red door we go, one final time. Guess I'm the first one here this time. You're early, Makoto.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. Where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However,
don't worry. I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said, Bakia. They arrived one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hiro? Silence. And this wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
You called for me and so I appeared.
Strong silent master. It's so wonderful, so cool, so hot. My loins are ablaze. Yes. Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me.
My beautiful scissors!
With my scissors, sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiv the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but an adorable little boy. Well, if it's what master wants, it can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Ah, shit. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Oh, and why are gloomy ghost faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin. The final class trial is going to be slathered in pitch black despair to my maximum sorrow. You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time, it'll be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear of good standing, you know. If there was a Mr. Fairy Eye Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today, I'm feeling white.
I'm not gonna say it again. I made this joke already in the video. I'm not gonna make it twice. And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that the Despair is mightier than the Hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious dribble. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
Guys.
So don't try to run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. With an inexplicable confidence, Bakia was the first to step into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Damn. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared in the elevator. They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other. But you know what it is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
However,
well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right. I'm ready.
So...
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard. The elevator. I started making my way towards the opening, step after step toward the gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on sturdy legs, I passed the threshold that stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper still. Deeper and deeper it fell. I closed my eyes, and sight fell away. All sound did too. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open up one last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it the perfect background for deciding the person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin. Yep, I'm gonna save. This is without a doubt the last save before I have to save after everything's done. And I got no new skills. That's a damn shame. The mastermind stands exposed and must pay for their crimes. Now, all that's left is the looming mystery of Hope's Peak Academy itself. I really do love this music. This song that plays. Too late now. Let's keep it moving. Time for the final fast trial to begin.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule. So listen up. If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school...
Oh, shit. I've never noticed that. He has the high jump thing to stand on to be at everybody's height.
You guys win! But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
Bullshit. Have you ever met Teddy?
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person? Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it.
Wait, what? Hang on. I am so confused. We're just getting thrown right into the mix of it. What's going on here? Group photo places to check Headmaster's handbook. Okay.
You guys have all been working together, haven't
I'm
you?
assuming this is it.
I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line.
Oh, wow.
You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it.
Wait, what? Wait.
I have evidence of my own.
Time out. Wait a minute.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present.
Wait, time
Evidence
out.
that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Let's get it started, boys. We in for the long haul. Might as well get comfortable. And hope I get these right so I can make that long haul just a little short.
I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it.
Mm-hmm.
But that can't be right. Because in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
Mm-hmm. I figured as much. In which
Hero,
case...
you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
This one too. It's just like I thought.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
You know, I'm gonna beat Makoto to the punch for this one. All you gotta do is look at the photos. To prove I need to reveal Monokuma's trap, each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photo. And that person is simple, the ones who got it.
In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Yes, please, Tsubaki, if you show up, I'm gonna be highly pissed. Damn!
In other
Wait,
words,
wait.
Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that
Wait.
person wasn't included.
Wait, can we talk about how high Sakura was just out the pool for a second? Like, god damn!
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Okay, let's take a look at this. God damn! You know, hit that fish with the sword. You can. God damn! Like Jesus. Baki's picture. Hina's picture. Hifumi's picture. And mine. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something... Group picture I've been added to the truth bullets.
Can you just forget about the photo already? Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
But you fell for
And
it.
on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
I'm sorry, no. If you're going through that much trouble, I'm finding it hard to believe that this was a fake photo.
So you think they're fake? No, no, no. I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
There's a reason I don't remember this picture. The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. It might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. Hangman's Gambit? Yep. Oh, don't know how to spell it. Guessing. I know it's an M. E. I need an E. S. I. Give me an A. There we go.
Now I understand.
Sounded it out for the win, boys.
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Aren't you the same person that said that when Mukuro's body exploded, that the explosion had to be from some quote-unquote unknown quantum particle?
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. Alright. Control room interview DVD. Alright, I think I know what it is, just from reading that.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia?
Yeah.
Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
Is that it? Bow. There we go.
No, that's wrong.
The funny part about that is you also said ever since you got to this school.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
Okay, look, there was 2 DVDs next to each other, and one of them was titled just straight up porn. So I may or may not in that quick grab, just in the quickness, just grabbed one and kept moving.
No, it's nothing like that.
We don't know that yet. We never seen the rest of that video.
It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean...
All of us.
I mean all of us, including you.
You lie! I never did any kind of interview.
Do you remember doing that kind of interview?
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
I never knew a condition one could have could be living and breathing.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could.
It's real out here.
Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then, we really...
Said yes?
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
Oh, well then.
This is all making my head hurt.
Amnesia tends to do that.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie! You figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
But how could someone just steal our memories?
Wait 2 more sequels down the line. You'll know how.
Now? Come. That hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original
You
motive?
mean the motive you came up with? To try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Alright? Also, I love how smoothly he just changed everything. He was like, fuck this. Like, I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's talk about Mukuro.
So who did it? Who
I think we need
killed her?
this one.
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Oh, say
Of
less.
course. They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
Oh my goodness, Tina.
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably 1,000,000 miles away.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Also, my focus goes down so fast. Like, it makes no sense.
There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
Well, I wouldn't be talking if I didn't, so... You want to find out?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
Yeah, I'm not reading that. I read that one too many times for my
So if the
liking.
mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me.
I blame Makoto.
Fuck you too, Toko.
What? Why me?
That's like my only response. Oh, she says I blame Makoto. Fuck you too.
Cuz it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Did you not remember AlterEgo.exe? Executed the fuck out that program, didn't you, Monokuma?
Oh, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Monokuma, shut the fuck up, please? Please?
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
Not much.
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Mukuro's actual cause of death must have been the other wounds.
All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Is it a bad time to say that now we're in the final class trial, I'm about to try my hardest to not fuck up any of the questions so I can get the trophy for at least one of these 2 games, whereas you go through an entire class trial without taking any damage to your influence? Granted, that is an illusion of pure greed, because I know I'm not going to be able to do it, but listen, just have hope in me, alright? Just put your hope in me. I got this, alright? I'm gonna do it.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
The body was covered in other wounds, but these wounds were at least several days
It
old.
made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know...
You're wrong.
She denied me. Before I could even say anything.
Toga, I'm gonna assume you just don't get no sort of attention at home. That's a damn shame.
Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
No, you are weird. If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Facts. Alright. Make your argument. Group photo, interview, DVD, Mukuro's profile. There it is.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles.
That's correct.
So, when you think about it, obviously she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you
I
finished?
missed.
You didn't deny me this time. You made me go.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
No, those wounds didn't come from the battlefield. One look at what was written about her, and that should become clear. I mean, I knew it. I just missed it.
So, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny me.
Don't worry,
I hate it.
there wasn't anything cute about
I
it.
hate it. The freaking white noise just saved
Mukuro
you.
was the ultimate. She must have been. So, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
No, that's wrong.
Have you ever read Mukuro's profile? Pretty interesting stuff here. Like reading a good detective novel.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
Which is fucking terrifying.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing. Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
He's like, please stop bringing me into this.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Well, Mukuro's fatal injury has been added to the truth bullets.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
Identity is the one who attacked me. I can't think of anyone else. Mastermind.
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me. But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in.
And your ass better jump right back out like this is a game of double dutch.
Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
No. There's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see her face. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo. Comparing that to the masked attacker, it should be obvious. Alright. Monokuma File 5.
You never saw them.
Wait, I gotta see this one. There's the explosion, the victim identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim has been stabbed a single time. Died and stuck to a pipe. I'm not taking somebody's thing.
Their face, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
That's what I'm countering. Got
You're
it.
wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or...
Fuck, that's right. I never paid attention. What hand was it? Hang on, I gotta remember how Mukuro was lying down. If you was lying down and you was to stand over top of her, like you were looking at her face, this would be my right, this would be her left. It's her right hand. Her right hand. Is that her right? That's her right hand, because her left hand was on the other side. So her right hand is the one with the tattoo.
The left hand?
I need to borrow this.
maybe the right foot. Or perhaps, or could it be the hips?
Her most notable feature, the tattoo that marked her membership in Fenrir. The tattoo was certainly in an easy to spot area.
You
Got
never
it.
saw there, so you can't have. I'm telling you now, it was
Mukuro Ikusaba!
Bow!
No, that's wrong.
That's one thing I started getting used to, is like when I start looking at people, because usually I just jump to like my left, or they're on my left or my right.
Right hand, if I remember correctly.
So yeah, usually I just end up in situations like that. I put myself in front of the person, but then I flip it 180 to see like to basically realign myself with their body through their point of
A
view.
representation of
it's-
Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo.
It sounds weird. Just long story short, it just helps me understand whether I'm looking at whether I'm in situations like that. I'm just looking at their left or their right.
But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo.
Facts. That gun was empty.
So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it couldn't have been any of us.
Hero, why the fuck would you all please say that?
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh. No snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone can say anything. Hold on, I gotta catch this thumbnail real quick. Kyoko was removing her
Your
gloves.
hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burnt
Awful,
skin.
isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. She didn't put their gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof.
Right, because I forgot what happened to her hands. I don't know if they openly ever said it, but I forgot, like, you know, genuinely speaking, what her hands look like. I knew they covered them up so that, you know, like, she wouldn't reveal it, but how do I remember? I remember they looked like that, but I never remembered why they looked like that. And I remember it was something about burning. I don't know, I might look into it later on to see, like, the full version of it.
Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
Nah.
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
I would not have been surprised if she jumped over there and just started sliding. Just boom, boom, boom.
Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Oh, girl got ice in her veins. I would have slid
Sure,
on.
as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
There's only one place. I could think of anywhere. I can't think of anywhere else. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored. The biolab.
I got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
The biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Whole Speak Academy. Teaching kids, how do I want to say this? Teaching kids anatomy. And, damn it, I had a good joke. Teaching kids anatomy and biology all at the same time. There it is.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
The proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. There's something that made its way to the biolab to the garden. From the biolab to the garden. The tart.
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says Biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess.
Is it?
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Facts.
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
Inconsistency in the biolab. Did you be talking about?
I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child.
Facts.
Well, just ignore him.
He really was some childish shit. That's crazy. I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in a biolab. Could you be talking
By the
about?
way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
Shit, looking at him, looking at this guy from the front and the headmaster from the back, I would be swift to say that Kyoko and Makoto were brother and sister damn near. They got the same father.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want him to shut up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be the one area where the numbers just don't match up. Ran my family get them sliding you on sight.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Yeah, my turn. Oh, I took
Are you
damage.
sure about this? I'm not listening!
Oh, no.
This should prove it.
There we go. Damn it, I took damage. Well, fate's over. We still got too long to go. I refuse to start over. So, yeah.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Hero, simple math. There are 16 of us here. There's only 9 lights on. There's 16 of us here. There was 9 lights on, but there's still 6 of us remaining. Why, if that's the case, That means that there should be 10 lights on, meaning that the remaining 6 are the only people still left in Hope's Peak. It's simple math. Now, how doesn't make any sense? The number of lights that should be on is 10.
Got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. The key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Taka was sixth. Hifumi was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And victim number 10 was Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
That man got up like spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
That would have been Mukuro's body
If
then.
they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than murders, the explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take to make that make sense? The same person was killed twice.
What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
We had to make
If
sure.
that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious, because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Oh man, he is really not trying to accept that, huh? Well, I guess I wouldn't either. Monokuma file number 5. So I'm stealing somebody else's quote now, huh?
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono?
No.
Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru?
By the way, I'm gonna just make this clear now. Let's just go. I'm gonna show you how simple this is if you just pay attention. The body was covered in other wounds, but these were at least several days old. I think the key phrase you should look at is several wounds. Well, not several wounds, but other wounds, meaning more than one. Take a wild guess at how many other people was actually killed with more than just one wound made to them. Not many, huh? Everybody else you think of was killed one time. If they were hit, it was a one and done scenario. Sayaka was stabbed once. If we talk about everybody who was murdered, no executions, Sayaka was stabbed once. Chihiro was hit in the head one time. Kiyotaka was hit in the head once. And Hifumi was hit in the head once. Who was after that? Sakura drunk poison. And Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with the titanium arrows and stabbed in the stomach. Now, there is one other person I didn't mention who did suffer numerous wounds when they died. That lines up with this. Can you take a wild guess who it is before I go back to it? Let's see.
Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Mukuro died from the wounds she had all over her body. Wasn't there someone else who suffered the same sort of injury?
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima?
Oh, and also to anyone who said it had to be Sakura because she got hit in the head twice. Sakura may have gotten hit in the head twice. That ain't what killed her, baby. Junko, on the other hand, stabbed the fuck up. Junko was out here looking like Jiraiya when Pain came down on all 6 ways.
Leon Kuwata,
Chihiro, Mondo, Kiyotaki, Fumi, Celestial, or maybe... No,
there's no way
Anyone was murdered.
No, that's wrong.
Want to bet?
Junko. Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered...
Then the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those 2 bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then, it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, 1 is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive. She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro's alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can we really believe that? No. There's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. Alright, what we got? We're gonna say angry Monokuma Fafa. Yeah, no, that was an explosion. That shit's... Hang on. Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. According to the Headmaster report, Mukuro did not have a single scar or wound when she came to Hope Speak Academy. In addition, her physical features were as follows. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, 31, 22, 32. And what was that other one? It was
in the garden.
Mukuro's fatal injury. Where are you? Where are you? Mukuro's fatal injury would appear to have been a collection of wounds covering her body. We don't need that. Okay, so I need...
It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's a profile.
Right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
For that to be true, then that couldn't have been the body we found in the garden. Is that really possible?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
Wait,
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is...
oh shit.
What do you say, Monokuma?
I think I know it. I think I know it. For that to be true, then that couldn't have been her body we found in the garden. Is that possible?
The body we found in the... It wasn't Mukuro.
I'm risking it. Oh,
No, that's
baby! I should be a gambler with how much I'm on the money. Not really, but you get it.
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Someone made it look like they died but they were actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. Yep. Yeah, this one, hey, hang on. You just pick Monokuma. Alright, but yeah.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
How did you mention it? I began to place my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check her pulse like they do in the movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I did check, absolutely. I can say for
She
sure.
was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
Oh fuck! What was it? I'm trying to remember what game or movie it was. When I can't remember what it was, but somebody told the character, it was like, "I thought you died," and the character snapped back with, "Guess I got better." God damn it! Now I gotta know what game it was. That shit was hilarious. Now I think about it, it's like I just thought about when Makoto was like, "Yeah, Junko was dead." Fuck it, she got better. What was it? I can't remember no more. That shit was funny. I thought you died. Looks like I got better. Fuck, was it Mortal Kombat or was it Injustice? It was it even any of those two? I can't remember. I found out later on, but that shit was funny.
Wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
Only thing I withdraw is money on my bank account. That's it.
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
Alright.
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? But still, if she were alive somehow, how could that be? Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely. Maybe they used some sort of trick. Alright boys, back in Hangman Gambit. What? Say less, I know it. Alright. L A C E D. Took me a
Now
second.
I understand. That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switch places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
I think we just call that substitution, but okay.
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
Sure me. There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain it. I need to figure out how they could have switched place. Moment of death, they switched at the beginning. It just makes sense.
The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met.
Yo, every time I look at Junko, bruh, I just keep thinking to myself, damn, if she went to a public school or, God forbid, a Catholic school, the faculty would be on her ass for how short that skirt is. Like, damn, that shit just does not meet up with regulations.
That's when they switched. Then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
Played that role well, didn't she?
Then we'd already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was.
Facts.
So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference.
Wouldn't have thought about it neither.
That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid?
You know, that's actually an interesting question. I couldn't 100% define that to you if I wanted to. I would just assume having fear of something.
Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter, because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time